My friends, we start this video off with some sad news. And I hate to do this in a video, but it's the only place I know how to do it. So let's go ahead and just get to it. This piss bottle is full. It was a good piss bottle. It lasted for 2.5 pisses. And now I have to go find a new one. And that, my friends, is tragic. And I don't know what to do about it. So today, we say goodbye to you. My piss bottle. I was gonna sing you guys a song, but then I chickened out at the last minute. Last second, let's say. Hello everybody, how are you? How are you? I thought I wasn't gonna get this video out tonight, but I actually might. I'll be damned. I found myself motivated after getting a nap. Yeah, I'm that old that I have to get a nap and then I go, oh hey, look, I got some energy to do this. No, we've had quite the run getting down here to Laredo, and now we gotta hang out until tomorrow afternoon to get a load out of here. But whatever, who cares about trucking? Who gives a damn, right? Thank you guys. We have made it to 8,000 subscribers just today. That's cool. That's awesome. We're building. We're getting stuff done over here, and I like that a lot. Today, we're going to talk about Prime Ink again. Yeah. I mean, if people are going to keep giving me ammo and making it so I have more content on Prime Ink, I am happy to take that and run with it. So, as a lot of you know, one of my guilty pleasures in life has always been triggering Prime Ink drivers. I don't know what it is about making a grown man have an emotional outburst on YouTube because I made fun of his trucking company that I find so goddamn amusing, but there's just something about it. And it's only Prime Ink drivers that get that fired up about it. You can make fun of any other trucking company out there. Nobody fucking cares. But Prime Ink drivers, man, they get real upset. So let me tell you a little bit, once again, about my villain origin stories when it comes to Prime Ink, all right? A lot of you already know this story. I had no idea when it first started it was gonna run for 6 years. And I imagine at this rate, it's gonna go on for the next 60 fucking years because for some reason, Prime Ink drivers are very emotional over what other people say about their precious beloved company on the internet. And it's weird, and we all know that. So, years ago, my channel was very small. I always hate when I say no one watched, because people watched. It just wasn't a lot of people. But those people were still somebody, right? So it wasn't that no one watched. Very few people watched. I would bounce around the mountains all night in Colorado, and I would make videos. Maybe not my best decision, but it is what it is. That's what we used to do. Anyways, one night I had a couple minutes in a video, roughly about 2 minutes, where I kind of laughed at a Prime Ink driver that was clearly scared to death of being on those mountains, right? He was terrified. So, he was going about 3 miles per hour down the mountain, white knuckling the steering wheel, and what else was he doing? Oh, his brakes were smoking like crazy. Now, I didn't put Prime Ink in the title at all. Didn't even occur to me to do that. And I was just kind of laughing at this guy. He was fine. He survived it. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way, I guess, right? And I was making fun of a low-skill Prime Ink driver trying to come off the mountains, and woke up the next day to 10 angry Prime drivers in my comment section about how dare I make fun of Prime Ink. It was then, friends, that a light bulb went off in my head. And I said, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I just happened to come across the 10 Prime Ink drivers that are absolutely loyal to their company and I'll never hear from this again. But maybe it's possible that Prime Ink drivers are overly sensitive to what they hear on the internet. I'm going to make fun of them some more and test my theory. Well, my theory, my friends, has been thoroughly tested, and I'm sorry, but I just got to come out and say it just the way it is. Prime Ink drivers are a lot of fucking crybabies. There's a lot of crybabies over there. A bunch of emotionally unstable men that get really, really upset when you make fun of Prime Ink. And to me, when they get emotional, it's just content for me at that point. Why don't I kick out another Prime Ink video? Everybody likes 10,000 new views on a video. I can't guarantee this one will go 10,000, but everybody likes that, right? So I might as well, every time a Prime Ink driver gets upset about what I say, I might as well make another video making fun of Prime Ink. Because why the fuck not? Because next week 5 more show up, either in my comments or in a video section, and they fuel the fire, and the point of the story is they just never fucking learn. They just never learn. Being mad at me doesn't change the fact that you work for a goofy fucking trucking company. Alright? But, hey, that's just the way it is. So, recently on my live stream, oh fuck, I forgot something. Oh god, holy shit. That reminds me, God, I'm such a dick. I'm sorry. I apologize to Trucking City Media. Oh, sorry. My God, I feel really bad. I normally do this right at the beginning. Trucking City Media for the $5 super thanks on the last video. I'm sorry it took me 6 minutes to say that. I feel really bad, and I'm not going to go re-edit it. So just tell me I'm a dick, Trucking City Media. I appreciate all your guys' support for the channel. We just crossed 8,000 subscribers. Did I say that already? That's cool. The views and hanging out in the live streams with me, and obviously the super thanks and the super chats and all that help, because one day, maybe probably sooner than later, Swift is going to get tired of me being here and they're going to send me on my way. We'll see if that's true or not. So the support obviously helps, and sorry I didn't say something sooner, but that reminded me. So anyways, what I was trying to say was, it was brought to my attention in my last live stream that I have upset another Prime Ink driver, and they made a video about me because they were very, very, very upset about what I had said about Prime Ink. So I said on the stream, okay, I'll go check it out, but I swear to God, if it's another Prime Ink driver crying, I'm going to make fun of Prime Ink again. And God damn it, you wouldn't believe it, my friends. It was another Prime Ink driver crying, but this has got to be one of the weirdest ones that I've ever seen. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is my second take of this video, because the first take, I gotta admit, I took the bait. I'm not releasing that video, but I took the bait and I responded to every absolutely ridiculous point that this guy made, and like it was a full-on neckbeard, like basement-dwelling neckbeard argument where I was like, point by point, I broke down all the shit he said, and I said, this is what I actually said, and all this, and part of it turned into like a dick-waving contest because he was talking about how much money like Prime Ink drivers make. Bullshit, but okay, we'll get to that later. And then I realized that's not necessarily the road I want to go down. Do I want to be bickering back and forth with other YouTubers? What I've learned in my life, my friends, is as this guy trucks, is for as long as I'm this guy trucks, somebody out there with a smaller YouTube channel will be gunning for me so that they can try to get views off of my name, my concepts, my ideas. Don't worry, I'm not saying I own any kind of copyright to those things. What I'm saying is that people will constantly be trying to get my attention so they can get me worked up and try to get, you know, the better of me. And he almost had me. I'll be honest with you. He almost had me. And I decided instead, I'm only going to address just a couple things that he said, and then I'm going to make fun of Prime Ink for the rest of this fucking video, because that's where it started and that's where it's going to end. You understand me? I'm not interested in going back and forth with somebody that didn't even understand my fucking video to begin with. So there were a couple points that I wanted to address. One point, he really hurt my feelings. Just kidding. But what he said was, this guy's over there trying to be a comedian. I mean, he says some funny stuff, but he's trying to be a comedian. What the fuck are you even saying, sir? That is the sole purpose of a comedian. Look, if somebody is doing comedy and it made you laugh, they did their job. So by acknowledging that I'm trying to be a comedian and you laughed at it, you are therefore acknowledging that the comedy worked. And for as long as I live, I will continue to try. I get accused of trying all the time here on YouTube, and that is a badge of honor, baby. I will always, always continue to try. To my viewers that watch my channel on a regular basis, if you ever see me giving up, if you ever see me just accepting the way things are and saying, this is fine, everything's fine, I'm not going to try anymore, what I need you to do is call for a wellness check, because I am not okay. All right? Don't ever, ever cut me any slack when it comes to I'm just going to give up on life. That's not the way it works. So I don't understand the insistence on getting angry at this guy Trucks for trying, because I'm going to keep trying, all right? And I'm going to keep trying after that. And I'm going to keep trying after that. But I don't understand that whole thing. Like, that's what a comedian does. That's what a comedian does, all right? Is makes you laugh. Like, what did you think was supposed to happen? Right? You go to a comedy show and you're like, walk out and you're like, yeah, the comedian was okay. I mean, he made me laugh. He said some funny things, but he didn't slap me on the ass and tell me that I'm a good girl. And now he's just mediocre. Look, laughter is the function of the comedian. All right. And the only other point that I want to address with this young fella, besides his like gross misunderstanding of how the trucking industry works. It comes in time, young man. You know, stick with it and actually learn the industry instead of sitting around being the know-it-all guy and telling everybody else what's what. And you'll learn as you go. That's okay. The one other thing I want to address is he confused the shit out of me, because he kept accusing me of capping. And I didn't know what that meant. Like, I'm like, is this young fella here accusing me of recapping? Because he's got me there. I do that sometimes. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why would somebody be so mad about how I utilize my own hours of service? But then I thought, this is the fucking internet. And there are people running around thinking they're going to tell this guy Trucks what to do all the time. Maybe he is upset about how I use my hours of service. Well, that's fucking weird. That can't be it. He can't be talking about recapping, can he? Capping. What does that mean? And I actually had to reach out to a few people, and I said, look, I have been accused of capping 700 times over a 10-minute period. So whatever this capping is, I'm taking it to the fucking extreme. I am like a 90s commercial slamming Mountain Dew on a snowboard while an avalanche falls me, straight capping. That's what I'm doing. So I need to know what the fuck it is. Well, it turns out that a couple people got back to me and they said it means lying. To which I responded, well, what's wrong with saying that? What's wrong with saying that? So my advice to the young man, if you ever consider that you want to be an effective communicator, I'll give you some tips. And I can do that because I fucking am one, right? I'll give you some tips. A key to effectively communicating with your audience is to use words that they all know. If people have to try to decipher what it is that you're saying, you're not making an effective point. And that is why when people listen to me, they don't hear me talking like I just got done reading the fucking thesaurus, because I want to use words that everybody understands. It's a very, very important tool when you're going to do social media and things like that, is just to use the common words that everybody knows. Because a couple things happen when you start saying shit that nobody understands, is they click off your video, or they go to look that up and then they're like, I didn't really care for that. It's very, very important to just use the broad general words that everybody uses when you're speaking to them to make you appeal to a much wider audience. That's the only advice I want to give you, because that was fucking bizarre. That was fucking strange. So I have a whole list of bullet points here where I was gonna rebut all his silly points, and I decided that's not the way. Like I said, he almost got me, almost drug me into an internet argument. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to make fun of Prime Inc. All right? There's no sense in me arguing with people on the internet that didn't understand my video to begin with. And I gotta be honest, this man was seeing ghost over there. He was arguing with things that were never said just for the purpose of having an argument. And me being this guy Trucks, if I spent all my time trying to correct everybody that lied basically about what I said in my videos just for the purpose of them getting content, I would never ever get anything else done. So, Prime Inc. once again on the chopping block. And if you want to cry about it, I'll make another video next week, all right? here's why Prime Inc. sucks. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. First of all, Prime Inc. at this point is about the worst thing that's ever happened to the trucking industry, and I actually fucking mean that. One, because they keep producing dipshits like these guys that run around the internet that have no fucking clue about the broader world of trucking, but they know the Prime Inc. way, and they insist that everybody else has to work within those parameters, and, well, it's all bullshit. So, if for nothing else, the worst thing that Prime Inc. has ever done to us is confuse a bunch of young people to the point that they actually think they know what the fuck they're talking about, and then run to the internet to correct the rest of us. That's the first fucking mistake by Prime Inc. Quite frankly, I'm fucking sick of it, alright? Y'all gotta expand your horizons. Realize that Prime Inc. is not the only trucking company out there. But they are literally one of the worst trucking companies in the trucking industry, in my humble opinion. And I'm allowed to state my goddamn opinion, alright? Let me explain why. There's a lot going on here, and this young man was very, very upset about my fixed cost here at Swift. They are what they are. I don't have the patience to wave my dick around because you're paying more than twice what I'm paying for fixed cost over at Swift. It's a racket. It has nothing to do with you as a person, but a lot of fucking people are falling for it, right? So we know that Prime Inc. is charging $1,200 a week just for the truck payment. Right? That's absolutely fucking absurd. $1,200 a week just for the truck payment. Holy shit. You want an APU on that? Do you? You do. You do want an APU on that. Now, I don't have an APU on mine, which is absolutely fucking killing me right now down in Laredo. I mean, we're getting through it. The truck's idling, but we're sitting out in the sun in the parking lot at the truck stop. Look, you can see. I mean, when I get down here in the bunk area, it's not bad. But standing up here, this is where the heat is, baby, and it's brutal, absolutely brutal. But the point I'm trying to make is you do want an APU on that truck, right? Want to save fuel and all that stuff. Well, now you got to pay extra on top of your $1,200 a week. Now you got to pay extra for the fucking APU on your truck. Oh my God! Then your fixed cost. Now you're already $1,600 a week into your truck, and you have not even put a drop of fuel in this fucking truck yet. Not a drop of fuel. Now, there was a Prime Inc. driver in here trying to convince me that fuel costs $900 a week. If you're running a truck 2,500, 3,500 miles a week, somewhere in that range, fuel hasn't been $900 a week for the last at least 4 years. There's no way that fuel's $900 a week. You're bullshitting the wrong guy. I put fuel in a truck too. Jeez, it's how I know. It's how I know, right? So now, let's say that your fuel's probably closer to $2,000 because we live in reality and not in Prime driver's alternate reality that they try to force on the rest of us. Now, what were we at? $1,500. Now you put your fuel in. You're $3,500 into it now, and the truck's fueled up and ready to go. $3,500 in a week is an absolutely fucking absurd amount to pay. But I don't know who pays for reefer fuel. Somebody tell me. I wouldn't be fucking surprised, though, if Prime Inc. was making their drivers pay for the reefer fuel, too. It's your load, asshole. You cover the reefer fuel. You guys are going to be shocked. I don't know if Prime covers it or not, but most companies where you're pulling reefer under a lease purchase, the company covers the cost of reefer fuel. I've worked for a couple that don't, and I got mad at them. I said, why? It's your load. It's your trailer. That's your fuel. Once I drop that trailer, I don't get that fuel. That's yours. That's your baby. Now, the truck fuel, sure, I get it. I don't know with Prime. I'm not really sure. But here's the thing I recently learned about Prime that makes them the biggest bullshit company on this fucking planet. Did you guys know this? Tell me if you knew this. I just found out within the last couple weeks. A lot of guys over at Prime are trainers because they keep the truck rolling as a team driving outfit, which is the stupidest fucking way to train anyways. I won't train here at Swift. As far as I know, they run it as a team operation here. I'm out. I mean, I probably wasn't going to train anyways, but there's no fucking way I'm running a truck as a team operation and I'm supposed to be training. You got me fucked up. That's not going to happen. Anyways, check this out. I just heard about this. The lease operator, right? The lease operator, owner operator, whatever you want to call him, when he brings Prime's trainee on his truck, right? Prime says, we got a trainee for you, and he needs to go on your truck for 50,000 miles. Jesus. Prime just suckered you into running your truck for 50,000 miles. as a team operation to get this new young buck up and ready to run the truck. That's a lie. It doesn't take that long to learn to drive a truck. They just scammed you into doing that. Did you know, though, the worst part of all of this, the lease operator has to pay the salary of the trainee while he is on his truck. And Prime pays, geez, what does Prime pay here? Jack shit, nothing. Nothing. For the love of God, you're making that man pay $900, I think it's $900, don't quote me, to have the trainee in his truck, and now they're sitting around 3 days waiting for a fucking load, running 1,500 miles a week, and you can't figure out why your lease operators that are trainers are like, I can't fucking do this anymore. You can't figure it out? I just don't fucking understand. What is Prime left with by the time they make the driver pay all the bills? The light bill in fucking Springfield? They just got to keep the electricity on and that's it? You guys are getting fucking... Oh God, I forgot what they're taking you for a ride. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and you fuckers are falling for it and then running around the internet and making it everyone else's problem like we're the fucking weird ones because we won't buy into your bullshit. There is no way I'm taking on that much cost for the company. It's not going to happen. Now, I make the choice to be a lease operator for my own reasons. Mostly it's so these companies leave me the fuck alone. But he had a point about how much money lease operators are making over at Prime. And a lot of my viewers are right. I'm not going to say they're wrong. Right now, in this current market, company drivers are making just as much, if not more, than a lease operator. And they're not wrong about that. And that's across the board. That includes me. That includes Prime. That includes everyone. It makes absolutely zero sense to be doing this right now. For me, I'm going to tell you guys something. The reason I do a lot of what I do, and it harms me sometimes. I make bad decisions, or so it seems. I'm very interested in producing content for my YouTube channel. Yes, this is what I want to do. I want to entertain people. I want to make videos that people like. And a lot of people find that to be a stupid goal, but I do not. My goals are my own, and I like it. So a lot of times the decisions I make is just like, what kind of content can we get out of this, right? And it's working. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we passed 8,000 subscribers today. But it makes, other than that, it makes zero sense to be doing this lease purchase shit, and it makes less sense to fucking be telling people to go do it. But he was kind of flexing on, we make $1,600 to $1,800 a week. Company drivers are doing that all day, every week, no problem. I mean, I made $1,800 a week 5 years ago as a company driver. I do this for content, seriously. I mean, I'm not fucking lying to you. But with all that said, and all the goofy ass Prime drivers we have to deal with on a daily basis because their feelings are hurt because you made fun of their company, I look forward to the day I will be the happiest trucker on the planet the day that Prime Inc. has to close their doors. They have to shut down and they have to leave the fucking industry. The trucking industry will 100% be better because of it. It's a goddamn shame that this company is making it normal for you to pay the trainee. Are you fucking shitting me? But even worse than that is they've got a bunch of knuckleheads running around fucking volunteering to do it and then telling you why taking it up the ass is a good thing. And look, I'm not here to kink shame. Some people like it in the ass. Me personally, I don't like it, okay? And look, I've got a history. Me and my wife have been married for nearly 20 years and we've done some crazy shit. I'm not saying we've never tried it, okay? Sometimes we drink a little too much and we're like, you want to try some new shit? And then we do. But what I learned from it is I don't like it in the ass, all right? And Prime Inc. is never going to give it to me in the ass. But they need to go away. That whole company needs to shut down. The whole mindset, the whole mentality that they trick these drivers into. And then we got to sit here and listen to these assholes tell us what's what. It needs to stop. This company needs to shut down. People need to stop going to work there. It's in my opinion, Prime. In my opinion, okay? I just do not understand how you can put such a bad deal in front of thousands of truck drivers and they still sign the fucking papers. It's mind-blowing, all right? Now, like I said, it was a whole thing where I was going to go back and forth with all these guys' points. Look, the fact of the matter is Swift's MRP lease isn't near as difficult. Like, it's not, it doesn't cost near as much. My fixed cost altogether I'm just pointing it out. This will be towards the end here, but because he was super upset about my fixed cost here at Swift and saying the reason that my my fixed costs are as low as they are is because I'm not making money. Those are two separate contracts. You'll learn in time, young man. You will. My fixed costs altogether right now are like $870 a week, and I got some escrows to pay off, the down payment to pay off, and you'll watch that drop into the low 700s when it happened. It's true. That's Swift's MRP lease. I'm not saying it's the best lease in the world. I'm saying that if you look at it, then you can see how it actually is manageable. Makes sense? Maybe not. Manageable? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Anyways, fuck Prime Inc. Bye now.